everyone and welcome to the third part of the Family Farmhouse speed build. So I know that it has been a while since I've recorded a voiceover. I don't even remember the last time when I recorded the voiceover alone. So yeah, kind of miss doing that, not gonna lie. So I'm glad to be back, sort of. I really want to say that I'm back, but like knowing myself, I can't really, take that for granted. Because yeah, stuff happens and I just kind of stop uploading for a week or so. But yes, kind of try forcing myself to upload again, and so I just kind of sat down today and started editing this video. So in this specific part, I'm basically going to be finishing up with the exterior, so putting in all the furniture outside, doing all the finishing touches, and then actually moving on to the interior. So I'll do the foyer and start working on one of the living rooms. And yeah, that's basically the whole hour. That's basically what I'm gonna be doing in the next hour. If you're gonna watch till till the end. But yeah, right now I'm just kind of putting in all the furniture outside. I may add that basically all the furniture used in this house is custom. I really wanted to be original and try to not use the actual Bloxburg furniture. That way this house would stand out. And I don't know, personally, I'm really happy with the final product. Well, yeah, there's nothing else to say. I'm just really happy with how this house turned out. But I know that all of you are like wondering where my other builds are when they're coming. And I'm excited to announce this. I have like 4 builds coming and they're all like actively being worked on, so it's not like just I have 5 that I don't work on. I actually am working on all 4 of them, and I'll probably post a sneak peek of all of them either today or tomorrow, probably today. So you can expect that on the community tab. I recommend you check it out either today or tomorrow. I don't know yet. But yeah, I'm glad to be finally back. Also want to thank you all for the massive support on the new series that I started, Lucia. A lot of you seem to like those bet designs, and I'm really glad. I haven't really seen anyone use them, but I haven't really gotten the time to check my DMs in the first place on Instagram, so if any of you sent me some, I'll try to check them out today. I'm gonna try to respond to some Instagram DMs. I have over 100. It's scary how you guys how much you want to talk to me and stuff, but I really appreciate it. Obviously, I'll try to respond to every single one of you. Maybe not today, but throughout the week. That's something I'll try to do, for sure. But yeah, and now I'm just working on the outdoor dining area. I really like these custom chairs. It's just I remember messing up with them and they're not facing the right way. At first, I didn't even know that you can like kind of control the way these stools are like facing, because you can't really tell, what way they're facing. But Float told me, you guys know Float. Obviously, I was too stupid to find this out myself. But if you actually drag the mouse, like you can kind of rotate things with your mouse. You could either press the R key or you can rotate them with your mouse. So it's just like pretty sure you gotta double click and then just rotate it. So if you rotate it and, oh my god, I'm so bad at explaining stuff. I'll try my best here, but if whatever I say does not make any sense, don't come at me, okay? So, basically, the stool will face the direction you're trying to drag your mouse to, if that makes any sense. So, I found that out after I did this dining table, and I wish I knew that before I did it, obviously, because this took me way too long. It's probably really confusing for those who are trying to copy this. But I just had a small panic attack because I've been editing this footage for like maybe like 2.5 hours. And I thought I almost lost it all, and I was about to scream, but we're fine. So I guess that's good. I'm glad that I still have all the footage, because yeah, I was gonna give up today if I lost all of it, but I didn't, so I'm just gonna continue recording this voiceover. And yeah, I started posting my speed build clips, like clips from my speed build parts, to TikTok, and because I've seen like other people do it, and people seem to like them, so yes, I'm gonna try doing that too. But yeah, I don't know, a lot has happened this past week. I mean, mainly was the fact that I started working on like 4 different builds at once, which is insane to me. So I'm making 2 cheaper builds. You know, my cheaper is basically like 500,000, 400,000, around that price range. So we have a Cape Cod cottage, if you can even call it that. And then we have a Dutch colonial house. Both are small-ish, so if you guys have a small family and want like a small cute family home, I definitely recommend you wait for those houses. And then if you're looking for something more expensive, I have not one, but 2 French chateaus coming. So one's more fancy and the other is just one more in the country, just more low-key. It, I don't know, it gives me retired celebrity vibes. So I'm excited to show all those projects to you. Obviously, it'll be really fun to finally post them all and stuff, and I just have plenty other ones that I'm working on. So it's been a while when it comes to building a Bloxburg. I guess that's the only reason why I haven't really been uploading. And I mean, I've been editing pictures for Instagram and stuff, and I had to edit like 60 pictures at once, so that was a lot of work. But hey, that's all done, and so now I'm just basically gonna post every 2 days for the next like 4 days on Instagram, and I'm just gonna post every day like I usually do. If you don't follow me on Instagram yet, I recommend you do so. I try to post more like professional looking shots of my builds, something that you would see in real life when it comes to like, you know, like something that interior design pages would post. So yes. But now I'm just kind of decorating all the outdoor areas on this yard, on this side of the yard. Because what am I saying? On this side of the house. There's like a few yards in this house. So it has the backyard, the side yard. I think the side yard's bigger, which does not make much sense, but it is. But I do like the backyard a little bit more because it has the lake at the back. I mean, this house has a lot of features to it. I mean, it has lots of like just space. I think it's perfect for a family because you have a lake, then you have lots of, well, not lots of, but you have like some grass areas, I guess, you know, where your kids can play and stuff. So I think it's like a really fun house for RP. I personally have not gotten the chance to RP in this house, which is kind of unfortunate. But yeah, I think I'll do that soon with my friends. And yes, I don't know what else to say. I mean, about this house. I guess I'll talk a little bit more about it once we get to the interior, since there's a lot of detail that I actually tried putting in. That's usually different from what you would see in my, you know, regular builds. And yeah, with this house, I guess just tried to make it look as realistic and as professional looking as I possibly could. Obviously not sure how well I did, but you know, you guys are the judges here. So yeah, but yeah, when it comes to this, I have nothing else to say, so I guess I could just talk about something else. Now that I'm thinking, what should I talk about? Because so many things have happened. I guess I could rant about a few things that my friends and I joke about sometimes. But before I do that, just kind of want to share something that's been really getting on my nerves, and it's the fact that I was running out of storage and I had no idea that I was, and so my computer just wouldn't work for some reason. I thought I was gonna smash this thing, but it's okay. Oh wait, speaking of rage, I played Tower of Hell yesterday with friends and I hate it here. I hated it there. Tower of Hell makes me rage so much. It's the fact that you go up so high and then fall down, and it's like, oh my god, I just cannot handle the rage. It's so bad. It's fun, I guess, but it's so triggering. Like, are you kidding me? Like, it's parkour, but you could easily lose so quickly, and that's so bad. Oh gosh, I hate that game. I don't know how the creator of it came up with that idea, but damn, he knows how to make people rage. And it's just like, am I the only one who just didn't have a single good experience with Tower of Hell? Like, I've played that game 1,000 times and I've never made it to the top. Like, yesterday was the first time I made it to the top, and that was with invincibility on. So that way, although, like, basically, you wouldn't, like, the only way you could die is by falling down. So, I literally made it with cheats, so doesn't even count. So, yes, kinda hate that game. I'm not good at parkour, at all. It is just, oh my god. So yeah, oh, and I never got to talk about, oh my god, I realized that so many things have happened the past weeks that I have not talked about with you guys. So, I'm a part of this building competition show. It's called Top Builder, and it's hosted by this fellow builder, Jasmine Raditz. I wasn't sure whether I should apply or not, but my friends were like, just do it. I mean, and I decided to do it, and so I applied, and I'm a part of that show. The first two episodes of it are already out, so I'll link Jasmine's channel down below. You can find the episodes there. Personally, really love the show. Not because I'm in it, I just love the whole idea of it. It's basically instant influencer of Bloxburg builders, and we get different challenges every week, and then we're supposed to build something in the time limit. And so far, we were supposed to build a house exterior in 30 minutes, well, like a house, the front of a house, and a kitchen, and I did fine both of the times, I guess. I'm not too proud of both of those, builds, but oh well, I wasn't on a time limit. That's literally the only excuse I have as to why it's so bad. Like, when you build under a time limit, it's not like you can really think about things, like you just kind of have to do it and just wing it. And so I like to think about things, I like to figure things out, maybe see what works and what doesn't, and you can't really do that when you're building under a time limit, so it's been kind of rough. But hey, so far I'm doing fine, and yeah, you can check out the builds, and actually, the Cape Cod that I'm doing a speed build of is basically from that show. It's just a more detailed version of it, so those who wanted it, then yeah, like, obviously it's coming out very soon, so I'm excited to show that to you guys. Yeah, that show's awesome. Just check it out, honestly. Jasmine has been working so hard on it, and I think she deserves some attention. So I'll link her channel down below, and you should easily find the episodes. They're like named Top Builder, and you should just check out her channel in general. She's a very nice person, and she makes builds on Bloxburg. So if you're looking for something easier to build than my builds, I highly recommend checking her channel out. She makes lots of suburban houses, so I am honestly so sure that you guys are gonna love it. Love all of her builds. She's another like realistic builder in the community, which obviously I'm so glad that the whole realistic building community is getting bigger and bigger in Bloxburg. It makes my heart feel so like good, like it just makes me feel happy. That's what I wanted to say. So yes, I don't know. I really don't want to say this, like, there's nothing wrong with aesthetic builds, but I do see the realistic community becoming the new aesthetic community in a way, because all of us know that the aesthetic Bloxburg building community is like really big on Bloxburg, and obviously everyone likes different things, but I feel like realistic builds are kind of like becoming popular in Bloxburg, which is obviously like really good in my opinion, because I'm a realistic builder. So, but like just in general, like I really like realistic builds, and this game was kind of based on realism in the first place. But people like different things, and I just kind of never understood the whole thing of. I'm not saying they're bad. I'm not saying I hate on aesthetic builds, because they're like, everyone likes different things, obviously. But just kind of never personally understood the whole trend of like using pastel colors in builds and everything. I was always that realistic guy. So, yeah, but now I'm kind of working on the main backyard area. That's where all the seating and the lounge areas are, and then I'm going to be working on the custom boat, and that boat, it's so ratchet, literally so ratchet. I don't like it. I mean, I like it, but then I don't like it. I hate how uneven it is, because I was going for like a nice boat, and then it just turned out into something like, it just turned out into a monstrosity. So there's that. And I realized that my English just literally stops working at times. It's so so bad. Yeah, I don't know, like my English just like randomly shuts off at points. It's so annoying and so funny. Like yesterday when I was playing with friends, I accidentally, instead of saying up there, I said upstairs, and I'm just like, what? What? So, yeah. That's not fun. It's not fun when my English just decides to not work. It's really embarrassing at the same time as well. Um, and I'm not gonna be that type of, I hate being that type of a person who's like, oh yeah, I'm not English, and English isn't my first language, so that excuses me from, you know, trying to be better at it. Like, I have nothing against people who do, I just personally don't want to do that, you know? Just don't feel like it's right. Or like, personally, you know? Obviously, this is all personal, and I have no hatred towards people who, you know, think otherwise. But yeah, recently I've gotten into TikTok, which is really bad because it literally eats up all of your time. It's like you get on that app and then you just cannot get off of it. You know, you spend like hours on it, basically you literally waste your time on that app just watching TikToks, and it's so bad for my productivity because I am not a productive person myself. It's hard for me to be productive. Of course, it's an amazing feeling when you're productive and you just like know that you were productive the whole day and you did a lot of things. It's an amazing feeling. But most of the time I don't do anything. Like, I just choose to be lazy and say that I'm like, oh, I'm tired today, I'll just work tomorrow, and then when tomorrow comes, I'm like, yeah, I'll work another day, and that day just never comes. So that's me. But yeah, those who have been, you know, subscribed to my channel know that, or those who watch my voiceovers definitely know that. So yes, at this point I feel like you guys know me better than I know myself, which is interesting. But yes, like I said, I'm working on this ratchet boat. I mean, yeah, it's a rowing boat basically. I wanted to build like a yacht, but then I was like, I mean, does this lake really need a yacht when it's so small? Like, it doesn't even need a rowing boat because it's that small, but I was like, why not? It's a cool addition to the build, and yes. It could be better though, like for sure. I need to improve on my like vehicle skills in general. Because my friends started making cars at this point, and I'm like, what? Like, I see so many people building cars on Bloxburg now, and I'm like, okay, slow down. So when it comes to that, I really need to catch up. Yeah, I'm like literally I feel so behind everything. But I guess I've always been building houses, which is not boring, but you know, people are getting more creative and I'm still stuck where I was, so there's that. Either way, yeah, I don't know. Cars are cool though. Bloxburg cars are insanely, like, some people are so good at what they do, it's insane. I could never. But I kind of forgot where I left off. Oh right, I was supposed to rant about things that me and my friends joke about sometimes. So, some of you guys in-game call me Lucio or Mr. Cass, and it's so funny to me, because obviously, like, I ask people to call me Lucas, that's my name, and people just tend to call me Mr. Cass or Lucio, and, like, Mr. Cass it sounds so formal and so not formal at the same time, because then there's Mr. and then there's Cass, and like, I understand trying to be respectful, but just please call me Lucas. I am not 20, I am literally your age, just call me Lucas, always call me Lucas. And a lot of people actually misspell my name, which I obviously find funny. I mean, people misspell it so much that I just kind of got tired of correcting everyone, so yeah, my name is actually with a K, so, like, it's okay if you if you said it with the wrong letter, I obviously don't blame you. But yeah, my name's actually with a K, and a lot of people apparently don't know that. I mean, it kind of makes sense because, you know, like, in the US, people are not used to saying, like, my name with a K. It's usually a C or something. So, yeah, but obviously I'm not American or English, so, you know, in non-English speaking countries, my name is more popular with a K. I mean, in general, my name's really popular. Like, there's so many variants of it. But yeah, my name's with a K, so it's weird, but I mean, it's not weird. I like my name. It's very basic, in my opinion. It's a very basic name, but it's actually with a K and not with a C, or not without an S, because some people call me Luca, and no, my name's Lucas with a K. So if you ever see me in game, don't call me Lucio or Mr. Cash, just straight up say my name and I'll be more than happy to respond. And yes, obviously, like, honestly, I feel so much more comfortable when you guys treat me as a friend rather than, I don't know, like a content creator or something. It's just better. It's better that way. So if you ever see me game, just, yeah, act to me like a friend rather than like a content creator or something. Like, I don't know, I just prefer it that way, if that makes any sense. But, yeah. Like here, I'm literally coloring this main outdoor space. Gosh, I cannot speak today. I mean, but honestly, was there ever like a time where I could actually speak fluently in English without like, I don't know, making zero sense sometimes? Probably not. At this point, it's becoming like a trait of mine to just not make sense when I speak in English. But if I could choose, I would choose to speak English instead of my native language. My native language is just so hard and so unnecessary. No one literally even speaks it, so there's no point of speaking it in the first place. Ugh, quirks of living in a small country, yay. No, I don't know, but personally, I don't see myself living where I do live right now. I really want to move somewhere abroad. Somewhere abroad. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm not sure whether like it's a good idea for me to start planning my life right now. I'm just like kind of trying to see what I want to do in the future so I wouldn't be lost after I graduate. So I guess it's like I get this feeling of like safeness in a way that like I know what I'm gonna do, and it's just, you know, I'm not gonna start panicking after I graduate or something, because I know I've heard multiple stories of people saying that they do start panicking after they graduate because they have no clue on what to do, on what they're gonna do in general. So yeah. And here I'm using these vines by Fruit McNair and Yellow Carnation. If I can remember correctly, haven't used them in a while, so I do remember that Yellow Carnation was the person who actually came up with the idea, and then there was another builder, either Dylan Rosie Nose or Fruit McNair, who kind of like made this a whole thing. So they're both the creators, but yeah, so it's either Fruit McNair or Dylan Rosie Nose. I can check right now, but that might take a second. So let me just quickly open up my laptop and see. But if you can hear the sound in the background, it's just I'm playing with my AirPods case, so I hope it doesn't disturb you. But let me actually just quickly, my laptop's dead, so I'm just gonna go on my phone and see. I'm so sorry, actually. Give me a minute. Need to scroll down a bit. Wow, there's actually, I mean, no wonder I have 5,000 tweets. I kind of abandoned my Twitter, which is sad. It's really sad. That I abandoned I just don't know what to tweet. Okay, so it's actually Dylan Rosie Nose and Yellow Carnation. So, yes, so this line hack was by Dylan Rosie Nose and Yellow Carnation. I remember it being a huge deal when it came out, but now kind of people stopped using it. People actually kind of switched to using garlands as vines, but I still prefer this old one. I don't know, I just find it more realistic and more like pretty in a way. I mean, that other one isn't that horrible either, but I just prefer this one for some reason. Not for some reason, it's kind of obvious why. So yeah, I'm just kind of putting in some fairy lights too, and I don't know, I love this patio. I guess it's kind of like a vibe in a way. Although I'm not sure how realistic it is that there's vines already, you know, because it's a modern structure that probably was built a few years ago, or maybe it was just built, you know, so it wouldn't necessarily have vines, but maybe it does. Maybe, you know, they were planted there already, so I guess you can make up many scenarios for what it said it would be realistic and would make sense. So I guess it's fine. But obviously, some of the things I did here aren't really necessary. Of course, you don't have to use the whole plot. You don't have to add the lake at the back. It's just I personally like to make my houses, I don't know, have lots of land, and, you know, for the house to have lots of space, both inside and outside. I just like that, I don't know. Because this is like a normal house, it just has lots of land, as you guys have noticed probably. It has like a whole swing set, a hammock area, then a garden, a few seating areas, 2 dining areas, a dock, a patio, like a fire pit even. It has a lot of areas when you really think about it. I really like this house. But yeah, I'm kind of happy to be moving on to other builds. I mean, I'll probably post like 3 or 4 more parts of this house, which is a lot. but I'm obviously gonna bring my friends together with me on voiceovers, so it would be a little bit easier for me. Because I would do them alone, but honestly, it gets so hard to talk about things. Because I'm that type of a person who just likes to talk about a lot of things once, and then I just literally run out of things to talk. And I'm not like that. I can't talk about nothing for like 5 minutes, you know? So just kind of need different topics to talk about, then I just kind of, I share my opinion on them, and then I just kind of have to move on because there's nothing else I can really say about the subject. If that makes any sense. I hope it does. But yeah, that whole thing with people calling me Lucio or Mr. Cass, it's funny, but obviously it's just because my friends call me, like my friends know that I really don't like when people do that. Obviously they'll get mad, it makes me feel really uncomfortable, and my friends just do it on purpose. So obviously I love all my friends, and I would never get mad at them for doing stuff like that. So yeah, and then what else was I supposed to talk about? Forgot what I wanted to rant about. There was another one thing. This always happens. When you drift off your topic and then you just kind of forget about what you were supposed to talk about. Literally always happens to me. Oh, so this is just like a small idea, but I don't know. I've done this challenge before, and it's basically a shout challenge, and I was wondering if any of you... I think my throat is dry. I need some water. I'll be right back. And I'm back. Obviously, for you guys, that was nothing. For me, it was like 5 minutes. I need to recover from talking nonstop. My throat just got really dry. But yeah, so I was talking about the shout challenge, and if you guys don't know what a shout challenge is basically, I give you like a house layout, and you're supposed to make it a house. That, like, not even a house layout. You just basically have to... Like, I'm gonna give you walls. Oh my god, how do I explain this? I'm such a good explainer, it's embarrassing for me. But, okay, so I basically just do a random house layout and place walls in build mode, and you're supposed to make a house out of those walls. If you don't know what it is, it's basically like a Sims thing, but you can obviously do it in Bloxburg as well. And so, yeah, if my explanation was bad, which it probably was, I recommend you watch like other sim YouTuber videos. Probably the best person who's gonna explain it is Little Simsy. So I recommend you watch one of her videos on challenges, and then if you'd like to participate in one, I would definitely be more than happy to host one, obviously. So yes. If you think that you're gonna participate, and obviously there would be like a prize, like I don't know, like a Roblox gift card or something. So if you guys would be down to participate in something like that, let me know in the comments. I'll be more than happy to host a challenge like that. I'm just excited to see what all of you guys would build, and yeah, it's a cool challenge, I guess. And I would give you guys like around 2 weeks to work on your build, and then you'd have to submit it on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, whatever. And then I would like go through it on a YouTube video and see what I like, and just pick the winner. I don't know. Would you guys be interested in something like that? Let me know in the comments. Obviously it's like a thought, but I might even do like a community post or like a tweet or something, because it's something that I would like to see people participate in. I know that like our community has not had like a challenge like that in a while, and so yes, I don't know. It's just, I think it would be really cool if people participated, because two weeks is a lot of time. I think I could even do 3. Obviously, that would probably, like the submissions would be full of these detailed and amazing builds. So I'm excited to see if we are gonna do it, obviously. But let me know in the comments if you'd be down to do it. Honestly, I'd be more than happy to host. So yeah, now it's up to you guys whether you would like to do it or not. But please be honest. If you see yourself participating in a challenge like that, comment down below and tell me. And if a lot of people respond and say yes, then literally, let's just do it then. I'll host it and announce it. Like, I can even do this weekend. Just depends on, what your response will be. So, yes. And obviously I could, or maybe, maybe I'll just do my own build first and see what you could do out of the shell, and then you guys could just, you know, use my build as an example or something, or take some ideas from my build on what you could do with yours. Because I did a shell challenge before. It was before I had my YouTube channel. It was a while ago. It was like a year, not even a year ago. Actually, it was a year ago. Yeah, it was in April, and I remember making a Mediterranean out of that shell, which was cute. I remember liking that build a lot, and yes, it was good for that time. Now looking back at it, it's it's not that good. It's outdated, like so outdated. So yes, I guess that's like, you know, so like you guys know how in every video of mine I usually like ask you guys to say something so that I would know that you watched till the end. So I guess just comment down below if you'd be down to participate in a challenge like that, and then I'll know that you watched till this part, I guess. And yeah, so it's also like a way for me to find out who watched the voiceover and who didn't. So yes, if you'd be down to participate, let me know. I'm actually, wow, this made me really happy for some reason. So yes, just let me know in the comments if you'd be down to participate. But yeah, like I've said, here's me starting on the interior already. I tried mentioning this in other voiceovers, like if I can remember correctly, that this interior was just inspired by lots of interior designers. I guess McGee and Co was one of the main inspiration, since like I tried to recreate a lot of furniture pieces they had from their website. I'm not like a furniture designer. I'm more like a person who just puts everything together, obviously. And so it was fun recreating all the furniture. I might have a go at creating some furniture myself because I find it really cool, but you know, that's something I still need to practice on. Like at first I just want to learn everything about interior design. Like at this point I don't even treat this as building in Bloxburg as just a hobby or something. Like I'm actually trying to learn things about interior design and practice as much as I can. That way maybe I could, you know, try to use all this knowledge in my future projects, maybe. If I end up, you know, being an architect or something, which is an absolute dream of mine. I would want to be an architect who not only designs the house, but then furnishes it. So that way I could use all my design features in the house, well, the architectural features in the house, and like, you know, somehow use it for design. I just love when people do that. And so, yes, I don't know. This interior is probably one of my favorites, obviously, maybe because I tried, you know, taking a lot of time on it, seeing what I like, what I would personally do and stuff. I don't know, this is purely based on my taste, kind of. Well, like my friend Toby and I, because I built this house for my friend Toby, we have a lot of similar, like we have kind of a similar taste in interiors. He likes modern farmhouses and so do I. I just kind of build in this color scheme. Like I use linen sometimes, I like to use woods, I like to use light, dark woods, I like to mix tones. Sometimes you can put in, you know, accents of blue, shades of blue I mean, and red, you know, then like balance out the whole space with like plants. Stuff like that, I guess. I could do like a interior design tip video or something, because I know that I've gathered a few tips, for sure. But yeah, and speaking of Lucia, so a lot of you guys have been actually like showing a lot of support on that series. I mean, I've already mentioned that before, but just wanted to thank you guys. Honestly, it makes me so happy that you guys like the furniture that, you know, I created and stuff. And it makes me happy that, like, you know, I'll be able to help you use more furniture in game rather than just the ones we have. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the ones we have, but you know, a lot of people can use them, and so if you want to make your house a bit more original, you can always just choose, you know, pieces from Lucia. Obviously they take a while, and I've seen a few, like, I've seen some constructive criticism saying that I should put in the price and stuff, and I'll make sure to do that the next time I do, you know, the Lucia video, which is in a week. And I'm already thinking of a theme, so maybe either couches or like chairs. So it will either be couches or chairs, but I'm going towards chairs, like dining room chairs. I mean, you can basically use dining room chairs for like, you know, desk tables and for desks and stuff. So yes, so just thinking dining room chairs. Or you can always like leave some suggestions in the comments. of what you would like to see next. So yeah, I'll take what you guys say into in consideration. Now that I've come back, literally my English just stopped working, as it always does. I've actually, okay, I said right now it's like 3:30 p.m. and I started working on this video at 11 a.m. So it's been kind of a while. You know what, but I'm glad because the voiceover is almost over and I'll, you know, upload the video today. Yeah, I'm gonna try to start working on the schedule while I wake up, edit a video, and then I just spend the rest of the day building. And, you know, that way I wouldn't have to worry about any uploads or anything at night. I feel like that's something good. But, knowing myself, it's kind of hard because, I'm that type of a person who likes to sleep a lot, and so sometimes I go to sleep when it's a bit late. I mean, yesterday I went to sleep at like 3 a.m. or something, and I barely had enough time to sleep, so today I woke up at 8 a.m., but I was so tired, so I just went back to sleep, and I ended up laying in my bed until like, I'm not even laying, I was sleeping until 9, and then since 9 I've just been doing nothing in my bed, and then I got out of it at 11. That's exactly when I started working on this build. So yes, it feels like I'm oversharing, but when wasn't I doing that? At the end, I'm just kind of working on this custom chair. I guess it's alright. It's a bit cricket. Noticed that after I did it and I was just too lazy to redo it, so I just kind of left it as it is. So, sorry about that. I'll try to make my chairs look better next time. This one's probably the only one that's kind of messy. But it was like one of my first custom chairs ever, so don't come at me, okay? I try my best. But when it comes to custom furniture, I really practiced a lot with this build. Like, I genuinely tried experimenting and adding stuff, and I don't know, I feel like it worked out pretty fine. Well, you can always let me know what you think in the comments. Yeah, I don't know, this foyer, I'm always really happy with it. I even did custom shoes. I don't know if I even added it in this specific part. I may add it later. I don't remember exactly because I did edit this like an hour ago, so, and you know, my memory is kind of horrible. So there's that. Oh, okay, and probably a lot of people aren't gonna watch, you know, as far, so, oh well. Most of the decals that I use are from my inventory, but I guess that all of you watching this already know that. It's just, you know, the people who just subscribe and stuff, but it's all in my inventory. And if it's not in my inventory, I would just leave a decal code in the video like you just saw, like, I don't know, 10 seconds ago. So yes. Oh, and I even make this custom vase, I don't know. You know, when it comes to pronunciation, I really struggle sometimes. Oh my god, I remember this really embarrassing story that made me really insecure about my English. It was like 2 years ago when I went just when I went on holidays with my family, and we had to make a stop at London. And when I was trying to talk to one of the employees at the airport, they could not understand what I was saying, and I don't know, maybe it was because of my pronunciation, but then it made me feel really bad about myself because I thought that I was really bad at English or something. And from what I remember, I think I was fine. It was just scary that they couldn't understand me. Or maybe it was even a year ago, because before quarantine started, I got to go to Spain, which was, I don't know, I felt lucky because quarantine wasn't even a thing and people weren't like considering about, you know, the lockdown and everything. People were just being like, be careful and stuff. And then yeah, that whole thing just kind of turned into you know, a worldwide lockdown. So I'm just hoping that everything gets better in the summer, because yes, I kind of want to spend some time outside for once, which is definitely weird to me, because, you know, I'm not the type of a person who likes to do that, but kind of looking forward to the summer. Maybe things will get better. So yeah, when I'm after talking to that employee at the airport, I had to repeat myself like so many times. She understood me eventually, but it was really awkward because not only was that, you know, one lady at the airport who couldn't understand me, there was like also a waiter and stuff, and it's just like, it made me feel really comfortable, and I was like, am I really that bad at English? So I don't know. It was fine, I guess, though. I mean, now it would be fine. I hope. I don't know. I feel like I improve with my pronunciation. It still sucks sometimes because I say some stuff that does not make any sense. Or like sometimes whenever I'm rewatching my videos, I say something and I can't even tell what I said myself. So you know, it's like I feel bad for you guys sometimes because you probably can understand what I said. So yeah. I hope you do though. Like I'm honestly trying my best to improve my pronunciation and stuff because it's yeah. And sometimes people mock me for it, but like you have a right to because it really sucks sometimes. So yes. Not all of us are gifted at things. At some things. But now I'm just working on this custom chandelier. It was really complex at first, but hey, I'm glad I got it figured out. I think it was even too, which was surprising. It's just the only thing that really sucks about is the fact that you can't really turn it off with a light switch. But every single other thing you can basically turn off in this house. So like all the lights are functional. You can obviously use the power box if you'd like. You can go around the house, turn off all the lights just to make things more realistic. I guess thanks to this new update, the structurals update that kind of let us do that now. Now I literally don't have to use lights for detailing, which is amazing. And yeah, I'm excited to see what other updates we get. I mean, the scaling update was kind of cool too, I guess. I haven't really gotten to talk about it really, because it just kind of came out of nowhere, basically. I really like the new update because of the amount, like, I can use so many different, like, photo frames now, like, the sizes, I can make them different sizes, that just makes me so, like, happy and excited to build. Like, it's just, yeah, I'm really excited to see what I can do with those new frame sizes and stuff, and I'm interested to see what other objects they'll make scalable, because obviously now, we can only scale a couple objects, which obviously are the main ones and stuff, but there's obviously, you know, more objects that could be scaled, so I'm excited to see what they do. And yeah, now I'm just kind of painting this space. I'll be almost done with it. I'll be done with it after I paint it, and then I'll do the upstairs hallway, you know, once I move on to the upstairs, which is probably going to be like part 5 or part 6. I have no clue yet. I cannot promise anything to you because I know that when I do that... Oh, okay, I actually did the shoes in this episode, so... I kind of came up with this cool shoe hack, how you use a cup and then a box and it kind of looks like shoes. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it doesn't look that realistic, but you get the idea of it. People understand it's shoes, so I guess that's all that matters. And yeah, if you want to use that, feel free in your builds. But then, you know, I'm just kind of copying. I don't know what else to say about the build itself. I made this custom plan too. It's interesting. Obviously, I don't even know what type of a plan it is, but it's a random plan. I guess it's cute though. It's interesting. I know that's like it looks like a Japanese plant, but obviously, because of the pink, it's such a meme now, like in the Bloxburg community, that whenever there's a pink tree, people just tend to call their houses Japanese if there's a pink tree in their build. It's kind of funny. So, but I actually want to try building a Japanese modern house or something, because they're always so cool. Like, I'm a modern person, but I never build modern houses myself. But I really want to, you know, have a try at doing something like that, because I feel like it would be kind of cool. So, we shall see what happens. Yeah. I'm hoping I'll get to do a modern build and then kind of be happy with it. I guess I do have a collab coming that's a modern build with my fellow builder, What Player, if you guys, my fellow friend, fellow builder, What Player. I'm so sorry. Sometimes my British accent comes out. It's kind of... I honestly want a British accent so bad. I feel like I've talked about this before, but British accents are just so, like... They sound so posh. It's so cool. It's just, ugh, I wish I had one. It's so random. It's such a random thing that you would want, but for some reason I love British accents. I don't know why, but I just do. And then my British friends are like, what are you talking about? They're like, I don't get this hype around my accent. But like, am I the only one who just thinks of it that way? Like, American people tend to make fun of British accents, but like, obviously I just find it so cool, and I wish I had one. So whenever I try to speak in a British accent, I'm not trying to make fun of you. I'm actually just like, you know, I'm trying to practice to have my own. I hope that's not offensive. If it is, I'm so sorry. But yeah, we're almost over. I'll probably talk for like 5 more minutes and I'll sign off because yeah, boy's kind of running out of things to say, and I'm so sorry for saying that's probably really cringe. It was kind of cringe. But yeah, I started working on the other living room. This space is probably gonna be like that once like room in the house that's never used. It's like a living room in between the dining, like the main living areas, and then all the utility stuff. So it's interesting. I like the floor plan of this house though. I like how the main living spaces are on one side, then the utility areas are on the other side of the house, on the other wing of the house. So basically we have the kitchen, the dining room, the pantry, the TV rooms all on one side, then we have the office, the laundry rooms, the mud rooms, and the garages on the other. I feel like that makes sense. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I'm just happy with this whole project. I personally really like it a lot, and yeah. Anywho, I don't know what else to say. Really kind of ran out of things to talk about. I mean, this was a fun voiceover though. I actually had a lot of fun filming it, and yeah. Actually, I might just go now. I know that you guys would probably want me to stay up for a little bit more, but I generally have nothing to talk about, so I guess I'll see you in the next part, which should probably come out soon. I'm not gonna like let you guys wait even longer, so yeah, just expect a new video soon. And yeah, thanks to those who listen, and please comment what you think about a shout challenge and if you would participate in one, and then yeah. I guess I'll see you guys next part. Bye.
fall away at the mention of mine. All of your reasons and all of your crimes never take away what you're trying to hide. Why can't you just listen? Shut up for a minute, we can make it camouflage, sabotage. Nearly every time, all of your reasons and all of your lies are just a phantom limb echoing what you're trying to find. Why can't you just listen? Shut up for a minute. We can make it right. Save it for another night. We're dancing in the kitchen. All the words to prison. You turn out the light. You turn out the light. All the words to prison. You turn out the light. Was there something in my walk, how I talk, giving off the wrong energy? Was there something in my stride, too much pride, telling you to back down? Slowly, slowly you became my enemy. But you can't seem to get enough of me. So if this is the last time, I
someone to give me help. All I'm asking for is just some space and some time, then I'll be alright. I've been having thoughts in my mind I can't get out. Tell me things I can't say myself, from you and nobody else. Everything is out of my sight. This is all so new to me. I can do it all in your way. Say all the things that you say. I can do it all in one night. When I go out, the light doesn't shine on me, I fade out. It's all so new to me. I need you, someone to show me the way. The light doesn't shine on me. Shine on me, 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 shine on me. I've been chasing highs just to breathe, yeah, I need that. Take it all in now, I see what I'm asking for is just some space and some time, then I'll be alright. I've been having thoughts in my mind I can't get out. Tell me things I can't say myself, from you and nobody else. Everything is out of my sight. This is all so new to me. I can do it all in your way. Say all the things that you say. I can do it all in one night. When I go out, the light doesn't shine on me, I fade out. It's all so new to me. I need you, someone to show me the way. The light doesn't shine on me. I go out,